Hello everybody, this is the 27th lecture for the IELTS. Today we're going to take gaps. We have these gaps. Complete the notes below. Choose no more than 2 words, that means 1 or 2 words, from the text or for each answer. New milking system. Depends on, no need for, widely used in, gap and gap. Then you have for 5 and 6 says no more than 3 words, that means 1, 2 or 3 words. We have gap, interested in cow. Then number 5 is under this drawing. Gap cleans the cow. Then we have switch on wall sets, gap in motion. Then you have 7, choose either A, B, C or D. Choose one of them. Okay, here these depend on what we call abbreviations. Summarizing. So it gives the summary. We fill in the gap with a summary. We will see. We have cows that milk themselves. Australian agriculture authorities have announced they are to trial a new milking system they believe could revolutionize life for the average dairy farmer. Relying on computer technology, we have a new milking system dependent on, which means relying on. So number 1 will be computer technology. The system allows cows to milk themselves without any human input. No need for human input because it says without any. That means no need for human input. Number 2 will be human input. So from the first paragraph we could find 2 gaps, which are number 1 computer technology, number 2 human input. Let's go on. The first automatic systems for milking cows emerged in Europe in the 1990s. The system has taken off in countries such as the Netherlands and Britain. We have widely used in Netherlands and Britain. And 2 automated milking machines will be put through their paces in Australia next year. Okay, so far we finished 1, 2 and 3. Let's go on. Most systems rely on cattle walking into specially designed milking booths on their way between feedlots, a microchip implant. So, a microchip implant in each beast identifies it to a computer system. So number 4 will be microchip implant inserted in cow, because this gives the meaning of to identify it. Okay, farmers can later find out which cow is producing the most milk and which animal has been milked. Once in the milking booth, a robotic arm is used to wash and sterilize the cow's udder before milking begins. So number 5 will be a robotic arm cleans the cow, because it says here wash and sterilize. That means to clean it. While milking is underway, classical music plays to soothe the cows. If they want a rub down, they can nudge a switch above their food with their noses to activate a series of brushes and rollers. We have switch on wall sets, gap in motion. So we use brushes and rollers because it says here can nudge a switch above their food with their noses to activate. That means to start, to set a series of brushes and rollers. We use only brushes and rollers. Okay. And rollers. A fan can be used to blow away flies, and if a cow develops a problem during milking, its owner can be notified by a text message. Okay? Okay, let's go to number 7, which says, what is the topic of the last paragraph? This is the last paragraph. There are about 9,000 dairy farms in Australia that produce about 10 billion liters of milk per year. European cattle are kept in feedlots and food is used to encourage them into the machines. In Australia, however, cattle are more likely to graze in open pastures. That means to eat their food in open pastures. That means in lands, providing fewer opportunities to funnel them into the milking machines. A spokesman for the scheme, Shane Kenny, said that the trials would try to find ways to make the machines suitable for Australian dairy farms, which tend to be larger than their European counterparts. Let's come to the choices. A. The size of the dairy industry in Australia? No, if this is not the main point. B. Dairy farming methods in Europe? It's not the main point. The results of the trial milking system? I see no results. Meeting the challenge of Australian conditions? Yes, the answer is D. Why? Because it says a challenge. It means a challenge. In Australia, however, cattle are more likely to graze in open pastures. So, providing fewer opportunities. And in the last line, they say, Shane Kenny said that the trials would try to find ways to make the machines suitable for Australian dairy farms. That means it's a challenge here, which tend to be larger than their European counterparts. So, the answers are number 1, computer technology, number 2, human input, number 3, the Netherlands and Britain, number 4, a microchip implant, number 5, a robotic arm, and number 6, brushes and rollers. Then in the choices we chose D because it means a challenge to the Australian conditions. Okay, thank you very much for watching this lecture. If you liked it, please press the button of subscribe. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments, and if you have any criticism, please also write your criticisms in the comments. Thanks for watching. It was Mr. Haidar ALcasseer with you.